did want to do a little pop culture here. This is shocking. So a lot of people are probably aware of, the Snow White kind of controversy.
Mhm.
Basically, the star hates Americans,
Yep.
hates Trump supporters, and actually posted specifically that she hates us and wants bad things to happen to us. That's her words, not mine.
Yep.
And now I thought for sure that this movie was going to be widely positively reviewed, because generally when a star is like political and they're pushing a lot of this nonsense, the critics love it and the fans hate it.
But this is why they did it. I can guarantee you this is why it's getting less than stellar reviews, is because Gal Gadot's in it,
it just lowered again. It just went to 46.
Because of Gal Gadot. So they had like this tough situation. They were torn in this situation of, okay, they want to be able to promote Rachel Zegler and her insufferability, but Gal Gadot's in it, and the left hate Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
So
she's bad.
This is the result.
Yeah, well, I think I've obtained some information about the movie.
Ooh.
First of all, there is literal leftist politics in the movie.
Didn't they re-edit it? Didn't they have multiple kind of reshoots
like
of
a
this
reshoot?
to make it less woke?
It was delayed like a whole year.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they try to make it less woke, and they try to tell a middle of a ground story when they saw the culture shifting. But I think it's a little bit too late now, and I mean, I think that's why it's a crappy movie, because they just tried to remake a piece of crap and they made a bigger piece of crap.
Well, the reality here though is, look at this. I don't know why, but Snow White is totally about lefty infighting.
Oh, wow.
They also, I guess, got rid of the Prince Charming storyline altogether.
Ooh.
And like some of these reviews are brutal. Like The Guardian, which is left-leaning, now it's up to 123 reviews, and it got worse. The Guardian, I want to find their review because it is savage. I think if I do Snow White review roundup, I think, yeah. Here's what some of the most left-leaning magazines said about this movie, or online places. The Times of London writes, Disney has trashed its crown jewel. The Guardian referred to it as pointless and exhausting. New York Times, a mediocre remake. I mean, these are like, a politically charged interpretation, a misstep from Disney. These are left-leaning outlets. I mean, again, I reserve the right to be completely wrong about how the box office is going to react to this.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. It's still a free babysitter for parents, or a cheap babysitter for parents to chill and, watch movies and things, or, drop their kids off, get the damn kids to shut up for 2 hours. Like, you can't underestimate that. I mean, Aladdin was widely panned as one of the worst live action remakes ever, and it still made $1 billion. So the people that are out there in that share a space with us, that are so confidently saying, this movie's going to be a box office disaster, you're setting yourself up to look like an idiot. Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
Right.
I mean, you just don't know when it comes to Disney and Marvel.
That's true.
I've been seeing a lot, and I mean a lot of pictures of empty movie theaters and people saying hardy har har, empty movie theaters. I don't care, because the reality is 75% of Americans are not us. They're not watching live streams. That's with 40,000 beautiful people out there. What, 41,000? Actually, 42,000. Hopefully, thank you so much, Neurodivergent One. I'm a whole, there's a lot of people out there that have no idea about the politics. Right. Have no idea about
Rachel Zegler and what she said.
Yeah, no idea. And Luke looks really bored right now. Luke, I want you to weigh in on the Snow White controversy. What
I mean, no. I'm not bored. I might have to reset my camera, but before I do that,
I see you're lagging out a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Disney is just the epitome of satanic evil and everything that went horribly wrong with children's upbringing. Their propaganda that they have initiated against us truly is just so insulting. If they believed Snow White was outdated or racist or sexist or bigoted, you didn't have to remake that story. You could have just made a new story, right?
Right.
You didn't have to try to destroy something that people grew up with and trying to now kind of signal, look how amazing I am, look how much better I am. You're not. You're just kind of going along with what you think the ESG social credit score system is going to give you a better rating on, when in reality you're also just crapping on all of the Americans and all of the people who are invested in this culture that is clearly being attacked by them. So I think there's also a thing to say about the economy. Less people are going to the movies. There's a lot
less
of movies
people can afford it.
bomb.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And so many movies are bombing right now, and this could be the death blow to the entire kind of Hollywood movie industry. And some people would say, fair enough, maybe that's a good thing.
Well, I can't see how it would be a bad thing. I also think, Melonie, what do you think? You and I follow pop culture a little bit closer than Luke. This is now the second pretty big or third pretty big bomb for Disney and Marvel.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel lost 150 million. I would guess it's not like Snow White's going to come out and make $200 million. It's still going to make $500 million.
Right. I think so too.
So the thing is, it needs 600 or 700 million to break even. So maybe this movie breaks even, or maybe it loses. When you invest 500 million in something, breaking even is actually a huge financial loss.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what do you make of? I mean, how many times are we going to have to teach you this, old man?
I know.
When it comes to Hollywood, are they ever going to get it? Are they just going to launder money into oblivion?
And Disney's going to have to do something different. And I think that they might actually be on that path with the Lilo and Stitch remake or
that people say that looks good.
There was, it actually does look like it could be good. And there's also a poster that they made of Stitch taking a bite out of an apple, and it said, "Not another bad apple." So they were throwing shade at Snow White.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this isn't going to be another Snow White. Like, it's actually kind of funny, just the self-awareness that's going on there. So it's just like they're failing. They're failing. They had to push this movie out because they already delayed it.
They did it a year.
Them a ton of money to do the CGI dwarves and whatever else they did. Cost them a ton of money. So it's like Disney has to start making money now because they have been hemorrhaging for years now. So it's time to actually start making good stuff. Maybe Lilo and Stitch could be the start of that. But what
People
they're
were
doing
mad.
has
Did you
not
see
been working.
Melanie, sorry for interrupting. Did you see the Troon community was melting down because the cartoon character wasn't cross-dressing in the trailer?
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're like, well, what happened what's the thing? I've never seen Lilo and Stitch, but I know the response to it was relatively positive.
Was it one of the aliens, or was it? I'm trying to remember
It was
who
one
it was that was cross-dressing.
They used to wear disguises, and they would wear like dresses, and people are like, whoa, they got rid of that. Like,
it's funny because if they would have added it, then they would have said that they were being mocked. It's like,
right.
You just can't make them happy. They're going to look for something to be upset about. They're already mad that Lilo's big sister is too white, even though she is actually, I don't know. I think she's like half or whatever, but she's still Polynesian, but she's still, it's like, come on. It's like they get a skin color chart and they compare to apps. Oh, it has to be exact, even though her background is, I mean, come on, it's close enough. But yeah.
I'm actually with chat. There is this like theory that USAID was funneling a lot of money into these woke projects and these woke, and like they're going like you said, Disney's going to have to start making money. Like they've put out in their last 10 movies, I think 3 of them have made money, and like 4 of them have basically broke even or lost a little bit, and 3 have completely tanked. And I do think, a lot of movies were already made that we're seeing right now. But by 2026, I suspect we will see more better movies.
I think so, because
yeah.
they're not going to be able to rely on that USAID and all that kind of stuff, the BlackRock money, this, that, and the other with that. So yeah, they're going to have to actually make good stuff and rely on the viewers to give them money. And I want to say it was for a recent thing that either isn't out yet or it just came out not long ago. I don't know for sure. It was like a Pixar 3D animated thing. I don't know. And they were going to have like a troon in it, and then they ended up taking that out.
They cut it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. Yep.
Yeah. So there's some level of awareness at least.